one and only thing that I have to do the bell tonight. This is Chip Chat. Welcome to Chip Chat. I'm Chip. Tez is not here. He is on assignment, which means that Patrick is here.
I'm in the building. Let's go. How you doing?
Welcome, sir. Hold on, I wrote a thing. Black Picasso himself, one half of the Poemcees and the coolest cat in the words, beats, and life world. Patrick is here.
Thank you very much, yo. I'm very happy to be here, yo. Shout out to everybody. What's up, Brian?
We have a special guest also this week. This is a poetry-themed week, apparently.
Got a good one.
Yeah, Nerd the Poet is here.
Nerd!
Hello, everybody. How y'all doing?
We have an insane list time this week. We're going to find out why half the country is voting for hamburger grease. And we're going to find out who put the hump in the humpback whale.
Let's go.
Also, I want to point out that Joe Biden, President of the United States, is counter-programming us this year.
Yeah, he's hating.
Normally, the State of the Union is on a Tuesday, which it's been that way for my entire life.
Right.
This is the first Thursday State of the Union I think that anybody can remember.
Okay.
Since they've been doing
I didn't know that. Okay.
And stuff. And, it was already tough when it would be on a Tuesday and we would have like a day to digest a whole speech and turn that into comedy. Let's say tin. I'm not going to say gold.
Yeah.
Aluminum. Comedy aluminum. Yeah, that's about the level we're at. But now it's happening in real time. So if you're tuned in for us making fun of the State of the Union, that's next week's episode. We promise it'll be funny. What we did see is the first 4 minutes. And Joe Biden, we want to invite you on the show.
Yo, man, he came jogging in.
He came in hot.
Yeah. Jogging in, arms up, man, high-fiving everybody. Dodged, what's her name with the MAGA hat?
Yeah, MTG.
Yeah.
MAGA's MVP. We're going to have that later, I hope. But, I heard today that, one of the, who's the YouTube guys that do the boxing now? Jake Paul, is that one of them?
Right, yeah.
One of them's apparently going to fight Tyson for some thing or whatever.
Oh, man, I wish Tyson wouldn't do that, man.
I wish he
Isn't
wouldn't
that like
either.
father and son or like?
No, I wish he would. Just knock him out.
Beat him?
Okay, I am not a fan of the Paul brothers.
No, I don't think anybody is, actually.
Yeah, and I saw some video of Mike Tyson training, and Jake Paul is not a really good fighter. In his last fight, he barely got out of that one. So him facing Tyson is coming in hot.
Oh no!
Even
30 years old.
Yeah, I mean it's like I just work just to prove a point.
I wouldn't fight Iron Mike. I don't
just
care.
to prove a point.
If I had an M1 Abrams tank, I wouldn't fight Iron Mike.
When he's 70 years old, I'm not fighting Mike Tyson.
Right. But I'm a little sad that he's doing this because I like this version of Mike Tyson, and I feel like if he had had therapy as a kid, this is who we would have had all the way. It's like he would have been famous as a stand-up comedian and TV game show host.
Oh
man,
he's
great.
He would be a terrific game show host. Could you imagine him?
He's so good at it. And he's funny.
Right.
What do you think the answer is on number 3?
Right.
It'd be like
right. Spin the wheel.
Yeah, the wheel. It'd be charming, and everybody would love him.
Yes.
Instead of everybody being afraid of him.
Oh my goodness. But yeah,
you need a game genie to beat him in that Nintendo game.
I do not want this man to tarnish his legacy fighting.
He earned, because he went through
hell. He did.
It's a tough. There was a time you couldn't say you liked Mike Tyson.
Oh no.
So he's earned a place in the pantheon, and now he's gonna sully that by fighting a YouTuber. We're definitely gonna make fun of that. So anyway, speaking of fighting Joes, he's counter-programming us, so we'll deal with that later.
Right.
It's pretty late though, so we assume that he'll be in bed by the time we hit hour 3 of our show.
Yeah.
Brian
he might
go to the 3rd hour of this show.
He might go to sleep in the mid speech here.
So far, whatever Adderall they gave him is it is working.
Yeah.
He is lecturing people.
Moving.
Yeah.
I see that he's pointing fingers at folks. And,
even the sign language interpreter's got to have the angry eyebrows while she's doing something. She's working. All right, so it's going to be wild. It's going to be a show. So now normally when we do this, we have a word thing. Do you have your word?
I'm here for it.
Okay, so the way this works is a million years ago when Larry and I hosted the show, we said, grab some buds, it's Miller time. And then InBev merged with SAB Miller. And so we were like, hey, we caused that. So now we've been trying forever since then to cause something to happen.
All right.
Which has not yet happened. But do you want to also participate in the word game?
Sure, yeah.
Okay, so you think of a word. So we'll go 1, 2, 3. And then I'll say, so sit back, grab some. You'll say your word. You'll say your word. And I'll say my word. And then we'll hit the break. Does that sound like we can do it?
Okay, you say so. Sit back, grab some. Blah blah blah. It's blah time.
Blah blah blah. It's blah 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 time.
Gotcha.
I'll add a third word. Yeah.
Okay.
We'll just see how it goes. I have no idea.
We'll try.
I've got my word, but it's not going to go well. All right. So sit back, grab some
sizzle.
It's
hip swinging.
Designated Survivor time. You're listening to the best show, the only show, Chip Chat on Beltway Radio and beyond.
Woo! Woo!
Sweeps.
Okay. Chat here on Beltway Radio and beyond. I'm your host, Chip. With me tonight is Patrick. Hello.
And Nerd the Poet.
Greetings.
Greetings. You know, it's radio, so you got to make sure you make a lot of noise. They can't always see you.
Oh, okay.
I mean, those people can see you, but I don't know why people watch radio. Isn't that weird? People watch radio?
Yeah, well, that is. Yeah, it is interesting when you think
kids
about
also watch people play video games.
They watch other people play video games
gaming,
and talk about it.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes they watch other people just like walking around or like sleeping or whatever.
Yeah, yeah. So
and ASMR and
I wouldn't want anyone watching me sleep.
Don't do a sleep study.
Okay.
Okay.
And be careful who you sleep with as well.
Yeah. He's a star. When you're a star, they let you do it. Never mind. Okay. This is a thing that I wanted to talk about. And if you are a person like me, which is to say a lifelong resident of the D.C. area and a dedicated listener of public radio, this last couple of weeks has been a little tough.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So here's what I'm gonna read. At the end of the week before we were off, so that's the 23rd, some folks on Twitter reported that staff at WAMU had gotten a cryptic email advising them not to come to work on Friday, the 23rd. The station would go automated at 8 at night the night before, and there would be more info in the morning. Not a good email. It's never good when you get that kind of notification, and I'm still shocked that companies haven't learned this whole fire people on Fridays thing is a myth and stupid. It's a bad idea.
Yeah, exactly.
The next morning, they had a Zoom call. An actual Zoom call. Where Station Brass let everyone know that DCS would be shutting down and 15 of the reporters and producers who worked there and produced the local news coverage for WAMU were fired by Zoom call.
Wow.
Fired by Zoom.
Yeah. It's cool, right? Oh, and the DCS website was shut down, including the archive stories of the last 2 decades. Oh, and also, this was to somehow focus on the core product, which was radio, which made total sense of why they fired all of their audio producers.
That's crazy.
Yikes.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
It's like Wait, let me tell you something. Firing people via Zoom.
Yeah.
Is nuts.
All class, right?
I mean, I can't tell if that's genius or if it's conveniently freeing. You know, because the idea of getting fired by Zoom.
I think the word you mean is cowardly.
Well, here's the thing. I'm thinking about those who got fired because honestly, getting fired with your pants off.
Yeah.
Is
you didn't have to come in.
You didn't have to come in. You know what I mean?
Right.
You'd be already drunk.
Right. You're already drunk. You're
cool.
home. Relax. You can click right back over to the porn.
Right. Why not? Jeffrey Toobin, the whole thing. The whole thing made no sense. And as we see local news coverage under threat in so many places, including several other public radio stations across this country that also downsized staff but somehow managed to do it in a way that wasn't disrespectful and shitty like a Zoom call. WBUR, shout out to you. Okay. Sure, publicly supported news outlets I was sure that they would survive because they weren't dependent on commercial interests to stay afloat. Surely a station whose tagline is "We're live, we're local" would preserve their local news, but somehow, no. Surely a station that was able to cancel the Winter Pledge Drive a few short months ago because the listeners, like you, came up with more than $1 million in donations in less than 48 hours.
Wow.
They said, we'll get rid of the pledge drive if y'all come up with $1 million. And I'm sustaining. I gave them a whole bunch of extra money. Knock that pledge drive off the radio. I hate that thing.
Yeah. It's
right?
kind of
I hate it.
Yeah.
I hate it.
It's annoying.
Here's your money. It's like paying the skip button on the YouTube. Okay? Surely a station with that kind of support wouldn't be too cash-strapped to keep providing the local news coverage that so many of us donated all of our money to support. All of this on the heels of the staff of WAMU forming a union, it smells a little like retaliation. It also seems like maybe the staff had a reason to unionize if the situation at WAMU was that fraught. I'm a loyal listener, for decades a donor. Before I could afford to donate, I used to answer phones at Pledge Drive, real live Mabel phones.
Shit.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I can tell you the time of day by what show is on.
So you were really locked in. Okay.
All day. It's the only thing that I have on all day besides, of course, Beltway Radio, which is not on 24 hours a day. But even I am rethinking support of this station. I still depend on them for so much news, information, and entertainment, and I still want to support the reporters and producers who bring me that amazing content all the time. But I don't want to support the brass who behave like this. Maybe there can be a way that I could shift my monthly donation from the station to the union.
Yeah, I mean.
And maybe if we all did that, it would send a strong message.
Right.
In any case, to all the WAMU team, past and present, we salute what you do. We know that you are really the beating heart that we click on to donate, and know that we love you.
Definitely. Well said, man.
Thank you.
Well said. I think that, it's always been hard for broadcasters to avoid corporate underwriting and influence, but it's always been the people behind the scenes and people that are, boots on the ground that are really holding these stations up. So it's important to support them.
They fired their justice and crime reporter in the week that the DC Council was voting on this omnibus crime bill. So now we don't know what all happened in these conversations or what's going to be in this bill because Jenny Gathride's not there to tell us what's going on.
I got to say,
that's a bad move.
It is. It's terrible. I think that we need to support listener-funded radio, no matter where you can find it. You know what I mean? So, definitely, WAMU, but I definitely want to shout out
PFW, of course.
PFW, man. 89.3, because those stations are the lifeblood of the community,
And, Arlington WERA, Brian has some affiliation with them. And, Tacoma Radio and the low power stations, they're all important. But from when it comes to the local news, the Post fired half of or bought out half of their Metro desk. Okay. And then now WAMU DCist is they mercifully gave us access to the website. They said that the archives will be up for a year. because web hosting is expensive and keeping up a website. If y'all need $15 a month for your GoDaddy, I could do that for you. I'll ship my sustaining member to your GoDaddy, whatever, to keep DCist on the web. What are we talking about here? There's people with geosites still.
Wow.
You can't keep these fucking archives up.
Geosites. Oh my God, you threw it back.
We took you back with that one.
Right.
I'm really disappointed in the WAMU brass, and to the folks I know at the station, I can't imagine that this is a good time for you. And if you want a place where you can say what you want to say without any kind of fear of repercussions,
come to death row.
Come to death row.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He means Beltway Radio in the least Suge Knight way possible. But yeah, yes. We've got a spot.
I love that.
You can come here.
I love that. Bring that energy.
We will give you a show. We can't pay you, but we will definitely give you a show. We'll let you talk.
Yeah, and give you nice drinks.
Yeah, we can give you gin and tonics. Hey. Foster's.
That's why I'm here.
Right. Right, speaking of Foster's, let's take a break. And we'll come back with like this insane list time, which even I had a bit of a trouble like recording all of this for the script. I didn't even really want to read half of it. So anyway,
make your tongue.
You really committed to that accent too. I just want
he leaned into it really good, right?
Oh no, I'm actually Australian.
Oh wow.
DC
Don't
accent
believe
is
him.
like a bit.
Don't believe him.
No, that's a bit that I've been putting on for like 40 years. Give or take. All right. Anyway, we're going to go take a break. You're listening to Chip Chat on Beltway Radio and beyond.
All right. Let me re-up.
Hey yo, this is Big Bad Him Low, the inappropriate, the general of the 67th Infantry. Got my brother Clever One with me. My man Scheme in the place to be. It's the infantry. We here. Get out the fucking way. Yo, I pack hollow tips, you niggas are powerless. I keep it rugged while you bitching on some coward shit. I'm cock strong on the power lift. Niggas know my style is sick, even though they don't wanna acknowledge this. It's all gracious, banging women of all races. I'm at the table with a handful of all aces. It's a full house, don't make me gotta pull the tools out and leave your blood leaking on your new couch. All my niggas move out, rap when it's time for action. This nigga saying they the same, need to stop the capping. And if your homie got a problem, I'ma pocket tap him. I'm acting like I never saw him if the cops is asking. They need to stop harassing before I cock and blast them. Keeping my face covered with a stocking massing. I keep the something on the waist and it's not for fashion. So you better run for cover when the rocket's blasting. It's him low, baby.
No time for battling. No time for battling.
himself.
Hello, everybody.
And Nerd the Poet is here.
What's going on?
All right, so now we've come to the part of the show that's called List Time.
List time.
Now, list time's always a good time, but this one's a little bit, we need a little set.
It's troubling.
It's a little troubling. We do have to do a little setup, though. Did you know that there's two kinds of Carolina? There's a north and a south one.
Correct. Yes.
Yeah, it's hard to tell them apart.
Right about now. Yes.
Right about now. Now, North Carolina, like Virginia, has a weird statewide election system whereby the governor is elected independent of the lieutenant governor, who is elected independently of the AG. So there's not many states where that's the case. A lot of them, the AGs are appointed. In other states, the governor and lieutenant governor run on a ticket. But Virginia and North Carolina, both similar in that case.
Okay.
So North Carolina has a governor. His name is Cooper. He's a Democrat. And there's a attorney general whose name is Josh Stein, who is also a Democrat. But in the middle is this lieutenant governor guy called Mark Robinson.
Mark Robinson.
Now, here's a bit of a thing where the watching the radio part kind of matters. Because if you're looking at the video and you're seeing an image, you might be having a little trouble with the thing you're seeing.
Crazy.
Which is not an AI-generated image. This is true facts right here.
Yeah,
how would you describe Lieutenant Governor Robinson?
A pissed off middle school principal.
There you
pissed
go.
off middle school principal.
Yeah.
Yes.
That
That's a
exactly.
great
But
description.
how would you describe his complexion, let's say?
Let's say chocolate.
Yeah.
Mario Goomba.
There you go. A little past Folgers.
I was a little past Folgers. Just
Yeah.
a little bit, slightly.
He's a black guy.
Mm-hmm.
But he's a MAGA Republican. That's confusing.
Those
Because
are
I thought
interesting.
Kanye had trademarked that lane.
Right.
But apparently, there's two. So,
Wow.
yeah. Well, no, Tim Scott.
I was gonna say.
Which this is really a story about Tim Scott. So, the thing that before we get into or that we want to talk about, I guess, after this list time is like the cynicism of Republicans putting people who look like and maybe sound like certain groups out to deliver a message that is antithetical and directly harmful to those groups.
Right.
Which they're pretty good at doing. You can always find a handful.
Yeah.
Ben Carson, we've got Stephen Miller, Steve Mnuchin, and there's a few of them, we kicked them out of the tribe. So, that's what we're dealing with. So, to that end, Mark Robinson did, in fact, win the primary
Right.
to run for governor against Attorney General Josh Stein, who, if you can't tell by his name, we're cutting.
He's a white guy.
Not just a white guy, Jewish
white guy. Okay.
Okay,
Gotcha.
so just to be very clear where that's going to factor in with the space lasers. Okay, so Mark Robinson is kind of famous because he has said a litany of insanely offensive shit.
He has a very interesting track record of saying some wild shit. Yeah.
This dude makes Alex Jones look like a librarian. It's shocking.
Yeah.
Okay, so do you want to start with list number? You want
Sure.
to take number one?
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Let me see. Mark Robinson is said the deluge of okay, I'm sorry. There was a time when he called school shooting survivors media prostitutes for advocating for gun control policies. That's
Yes.
number one.
Yeah, he thinks that the
Media
kids
prostitutes.
who survived
I've never
School
heard of that
shootings.
shit before.
Hey, yo, that's
That's
as a poet, that's pretty ingenious.
yeah,
I mean,
it is.
a good little bit of word.
Prostitutes.
Yeah, it's a word you definitely want to clean out of your mouth. Prostitutes.
Prostitutes.
I don't know. Yeah.
Woo.
Okay, rough one. He published a meme mocking Harvey Weinstein's accuser, and another meme mocking actresses for wearing, quote, whore dresses to protest sexual harassment. This guy's going to show up the women vote for sure.
Love a good whore dress.
Yeah.
I love a good
dare
whore
they
dress.
win.
I love a good whore dress. I don't know about you.
We're all fans of the dress.
Right.
But also of the person wearing the dress's choice to wear it and not necessarily be harassed.
Absolutely.
Just because you're wearing, let's face it, Steve Urkel's rejects, doesn't mean that I have to make fun of you for dressing like that.
Right.
So
You don't
smooth.
deserve this level of
That was nice shade.
I
I
don't
like
know
that.
what to call it. Yeah, shade. You don't deserve that. You're an intelligent, upstanding individual. Clearly,
Yeah.
functional
Right.
in society.
Right.
I shouldn't be slandering you thus.
No. Can I go 4?
Yeah, go ahead.
Number 4, the prediction that rising acceptance of homosexuality would lead to pedophilia and the end of civilization as we know it.
Yeah.
That's it.
That totally makes sense.
Hey, absolutely. I mean, because there's no more people.
First, there's a pride parade. Then it's World War IV.
Next thing you know, we're spinning into the sun.
I feel like rainbows definitely are like a problem.
Rainbows, I've been kind of suspicious.
Yeah,
I gotta say,
they kind of show up and then disappear. They're very ethereal.
Right.
Can't really trust them.
No. Oh, it was God. He like no.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know how I feel about that.
All right, we're getting there. It's getting worse. Let's see. There was talk of arrest. He had a whole speech about arresting transgender people for using the bathroom, which you may remember. North Carolina famously passed the potty police bill, which then led to the governor losing. McCrory lost on the potty police bill.
Oh, I forgot about that.
And then
Okay.
they quickly repealed it. Because who the fuck cares who you're peeing next to?
Not I.
Mark Robbins.
Right.
He wants to check. So, nerd, in case you got to pee, you're fine. We're in Maryland.
Right, yeah.
You're safely here in Maryland where nobody gives a fuck who they're peeing next to.
Absolutely not.
I want to let you know, Mark Robinson, you have definitely peed next to several trans people. You don't know it, and you didn't know it at the time, and it didn't affect you at all.
Right. Yeah, right. You still got to where you
They didn't know
are.
they were peeing next to a bigot.
Hey,
But somehow they
like
were
that.
able to pee.
Right. Right. We're all good.
Yeah, it's fine. Okay, you can have number 6.
All right, number 6. He took aim at the Marvel film Black Panther,
Yep.
whose titular protagonist, as Robinson put it, was created by an agnostic Jew and to put him by a satanic Marxist.
Put to film by Satanic Marxist.
Put to film by a
The
satanic
agnostic Jew, by the way, is Stan Lee. So just,
I didn't
like,
realize.
he's Jewish. I mean,
Stan Lee is a Jew.
And Jack Kirby, don't
Oh
forget.
my God!
And don't forget Jack Kirby, because
Right, and Kirby, the greatest penciler, right? Yeah,
you
the
know
greatest
the
penciler
Superman
ever.
guys were Jewish too.
Jeez,
It turns out we can write things and
They are-
draw pictures.
they're everywhere.
Yeah,
Exactly.
we control the comic book media.
Oh my God!
Oh, it gets worse though. He went on to allege, and give him some credit, he learned a little bit of Yiddish here, not the best Yiddish word. It was created only to pull the shekels out of your Schwartzy pockets.
Wait a minute! Wait!
That one took a little digging.
That was verbatim.
Yeah,
Right.
verbatim. Yo.
Okay,
Wow.
Schwartzy is
Yeah, tell me.
so Schwartz is German for black.
Oh, did not know
So
that.
in Yiddish, which has a lot of German in it, it's Schwarz or Schwartz.
Wow.
So that's
He reached back. He reached way back.
He created a Yiddish racial slur for black folks.
Yeah, he brought it back out.
Which was nice of him, I guess.
Yeah,
Right,
I mean,
right.
he studied. He did his
I
research.
haven't heard that word before, but I had to look it up
Right. Wow.
yesterday while I was writing the show.
Thanks, Mark.
Yeah, expanding my vocabulary. Who knew there were even more racial slurs?
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's great. Go ahead.
All
Number
right,
8.
yo, the face he posted Facebook post calling Hillary Clinton a heifer.
Yeah. And not in the daytime, the View.
Right.
way,
Yeah.
where they're all being friends and
Right. Yeah. Heifer. Go on, heifer.
No,
girl.
not that.
Right.
Wasn't
And Michelle Obama, a man,
Yeah.
which I gotta say is nothing but a racist trope that has been
Look at her shoulders.
Yeah, you know what I mean? The idea that a strong woman, it has to be
not a woman.
Right, overly masculine. You know what I mean?
I feel like
it's
this
stupid.
is one of the weirdest things of the Fox News ecosystem that attacking Michelle Obama, which first of all makes no sense, and second of all, that this is the thing.
Right, and that's all you got?
They're not.
That's all you fucking got?
There's like legitimate things you could say that like, hey, she's kind of a nerd, you know, for example. She's got way more degrees than she knows what to do. Like that's a fair criticism.
Right.
She sits on a lot of corporate boards or did sit on a lot of corporate
Give me
boards.
something we can talk about.
She's a lawyer. Nobody likes lawyers. There's a lot of no, none of that.
But she's too manly.
Yeah, which is that's a little telling.
It's not true. Let me say, she is still a woman. I'm gonna speak as a man. I'm just for myself.
Yeah,
she is still a woman. I can tell. I can tell.
I don't think Barrio's got any trouble.
Yo, Barrio ain't having any problems.
They've got 2 daughters. Like, physically speaking, these people who are so anti-LGBTQ are somehow
right.
transing somebody who isn't trans.
Right. Well, actually, you know what they're doing? They're othering somebody.
Of course,
that's the thing. You know what I mean?
She's a black woman,
and the thing is,
other as she could get.
He is like placing himself in alignment with these. I'm about to say motherfuckers. Yeah, but yeah, motherfuckers who are placing themselves in othering people. So victims of gun violence, LGBTQ plus community, African Americans and their culture, Jewish community, all this. He's aligning himself as a black man. It's crazy that he's aligning himself with these other folks just because he wants.
I don't know the answer to this. I'm going to make Brian check quickly, but let's take a bet on what his wife looks like. I'm going to take a guess. Elsa. From Frozen. That's my guess.
Yeah.
You guess Anna.
Elsa or Anna, right?
No, I'm guessing Elsa.
He guessed Anna. Okay, he guessed Elsa. He guessed Anna.
What?
I'm gonna guess. What's the one who played Black Widow? Who played Black Widow on the Avengers?
Oh, that's Colin Jost. Yeah, that's ScarJo.
Yes,
she's Jewish.
Scarlett.
No, she's Jewish. He
really?
For a girl like her.
Scarlett Johansson's Jewish?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
No
We're good-looking people. I don't know how I got this. Natalie Portman, and then me.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey.
I mean, there's Denzel, and then there's you. So it doesn't go the other way.
There's a wide
range.
Right.
We don't all look alike.
I got you.
I know
we
everybody
really
thinks
don't.
we do.
We really don't.
All right, Brian. What's the answer? Yeah, let's see it.
Pull it up.
Oh wow. Okay.
Speaking of standing by, there's a lot of standing going on in Congress. A lot of cheering.
This is it. Okay, I'm here for it.
So while Brian's checking that out, like there is some extra cynical, racist nonsense going on with the GOP finding black men to parrot their bigotry. Because then when you say, "Hey, that's fucked up," what you said, they go, "Hey, you're racist for criticizing him."
Oh yeah. You can't call out racism. Not anymore.
You can't.
That's racist. It's racist to call out racism.
It's crazy. You know, where's Tim Scott's new girlfriend, by the way? It doesn't work.
Okay, I found it.
All right, let's see. What does Mark Robinson's wife look like?
Survey says... Bing.
No!
She's a sister.
Oh, wait a minute.
Like Mark
sure?
Ronson. That's exactly what it is.
Her name is Yolanda.
Yolanda?
Yep.
Yolanda?
Yep.
God
Oh,
damn.
shit. All right.
He surprised the fuck out of us. He shut me up in that room.
Let me do what Fox News would never do. I'm a print a retraction. I take it back what I just said.
But I do need to talk to Yolanda.
We do need to have a talk.
We need to talk to Yolanda.
Yeah.
Because there's no way that a black woman named Yolanda is gonna let her husband
I don't know.
run
She might have
amok
raisins
like that.
in her potato salad, and then you don't know. I mean, you just can't trust. It's not.
Can you imagine a black woman named Yolanda?
Yeah.
It looks like that.
What's your read on this?
Yeah, I just I don't know.
allowing her husband to talk all this reckless shit?
I'm getting Candace Owen vibes. I don't know.
Yeah.
Really? That might okay.
Yeah,
okay.
maybe.
I didn't pick up on that.
Yeah,
Okay.
but I think she. Well,
there's so many fucked up things I want to say right now, but I'm not.
you can say them.
Really, I can't. Yeah, man. I mean, yeah. You remember Tom and Jerry? You remember the black woman on Tom and Jerry to show up and say, "Tom,
Yeah.
you need to get your ass out
yeah.
here. Tom, that cat, that damn cat." I imagine her talking like that.
Oh, goodness.
That sounds right. Yes, I can also hear that now. Mark!
Mark!
There's one of them on our lawn again. Yeah. Oh my God, Yolanda Robinson.
Yolanda is not going out like that. I can't see that, but I don't. Something's going on there.
If you told me that there was a restaurant and it was owned by Yolanda Robinson, I would go to that restaurant.
Right.
I helped, and the food would be banging.
Right.
Exactly.
Same thing. If you told me there was one owned by Ginny Thomas, I would go to that too.
Yeah.
Then it turns out she's an insurrectionist. I would not go there.
Oh,
also,
my
she
God.
lives in my neighborhood, which makes me feel very weird.
Oh, yikes.
Yeah, they live right near me.
Oh.
Yeah. Thanks for coming on the show.
Yeah.
That's a little risky.
yeah, we forgot to tell you.
Neighbor Clarence lives right
Hey,
around the corner.
look. This man, he'll.
No, I know.
He's right at home. He's right at home.
From LA.
So.
He can handle it. I'm sure he's Rodney King and all that. All right. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to talk to Nerd about, nerd
shit.
poetry and
Nerd
stuff.
shit. Okay.
Yeah.
All
Nerd
right.
shit. Got a comic book writer and
Yeah.
whatever the hell I am, and you're the nerd.
Yeah.
So that's fantastic.
Exactly.
All right, we're going to take a break. You're listening to Chip Chat on Beltway Radio and beyond. Woo! Sweeps.
Being sexualized and having transgender surgeries, sexualizing children is what pedophiles do to children.
MTG, Megas MVP. MTG, Megas MVP. MTG, Megas MVP. MTG, Megas MVP. Democrats get back. Boom! Reporters even get slapped. They spreading all these rumors cause Marjorie be spitting big facts. Deep state in the left always hating. When they gonna let Joe about that basement? Marjorie, I really love what you do. Keep calling rhinos out. No one does it better than you, huh? A real businesswoman, AOC's a featherweight. A Southern belle, a little hood. Watch her shake and bake. Divorce, that's all y'all got to bring up. Yeah, watch her drain the swamp cause she know they corrupt. She's fighting for our children. She's fighting for our freedom. She's fighting for the Jan 6. She's fighting good versus evil. MTG, Megas MVP. MTG, Megas MVP. MTG, Megas MVP. MTG, Megas MVP. She's a boss. She don't rock with trans Tifa cause they soft. Them liberal tears can't save you, wipe them off. You know we reppin' 45, he never lost. Watch a real Georgia Peach go and set it off.
But I think what upsets me the most, Vinny, is the fact that everyone in Washington has known about the Biden crimes for a very long time, and they've done nothing about it. But yet regular Americans, they go to jail if they don't pay their taxes. They go to jail if they walk in the Capitol escorted by Capitol Police like Jacob Chansley did.
And they tell the trendies how the trendies go, rip me off. Get into it. Jump up and down. When is your league going? I mean, that's what we're dealing with here, and I'm sick of it.
Oh, Tez.
All right.
I want to apologize. Oh, he's not on. We're not.
No, we're on. Welcome back to Chip Chat.
I want to apologize to Tez for having to watch that shit that I just watched.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He watches it every week. It's his favorite part of the week.
Horrendous, dude. Whoa.
He had so much fun watching the Alex Jones remixes. But yeah, So that was. Wait till you see the next one that I'm sure Brian's got queued up. He's got a million of them. All right, so and we saw the MTG rap video.
It was nice. It was
nice.
Yeah, it was.
Nerd, what was it that you said about that?
It was the Malibu's Most Wanted version of today.
Yes. That's
I agree. We're gonna agree. The hip hop Dalmatians.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, Nerd the Poet is a transplant from LA, and like so many people, he moved to Washington to become a star.
What?
Despite working backwards at geography, he's worked forwards at poetry, moving from rapping to spoken word and into poetry, all the while tuning up his writing game and publishing a whole lot of books.
Yes.
Tez is the literate one on our show, and he's not here, so we can skip all of that stuff and just say, Nerd the Poet, welcome to Chip Chat.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
All right, so I watched several interviews of people with you, and they all lead off with this first question, so I feel like it's maybe in your rider, which we didn't sign. It says, so how did you get the name Because All Poets Are Nerds?
So I got the name when I was in high school. This was around the time that the Neptunes was big and stuff like that.
Shout out Virginia kids, by the way. Just
okay,
you know,
okay.
Yeah.
These West Coast guys stealing all our shit again.
Why?
It's all the time.
Yo, that's some fucked up shit.
It is, but
There you go.
Pharrell's Virginia kid. Just saying. Missy, Virginia, Timberland.
So when I was in high school during lunch, they used to have a cipher under the senior tree. Right?
Sure.
And so at the time I was a junior, and one of the seniors like saw me like rapping one time, and he was like, "All right, when I see you, I'm gonna do this," and he did the little Star Trek sign. We're gonna call you Nerd.
Hey.
Okay.
So that's fair, right? You shouldn't have a nickname that you make up.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely not.
It
absolutely
has to
not.
be given to you.
Absolutely
Yeah.
not.
So
Right,
it was
right.
bestowed upon you with the Vulcan
Yeah.
live long and prosper and all that stuff.
Right.
Brian watches all the Star Trek. That's the thing, right? Did I get it right? I'm a Star Wars.
Me too.
Okay.
I am. Yeah.
Star Trek
Trekkies.
is bullshit.
Well, no, I don't go that hard.
You don't
but-
want to get it.
I'm
Well,
a-
Star Trek is bullshit because it's speculative about the future. And Star Wars is a documentary about stuff that happened
Documentary.
a long time ago. Yeah, it happened a long time ago in a
I've
galaxy far,
never
far
heard
away.
such a thing. That is hilarious.
Prove it didn't.
Because it happened a long time ago.
Long time ago in a
the
galaxy far, far away.
Far
And now,
away.
thanks to Ahsoka, even out past that galaxy.
Oh yeah, I got you.
The canon is expanded.
Right. How can you
Right.
dispute?
So,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
just to be clear, in case Larry's watching, this was 6 years of that argument. All right. So I want to test you on something.
Okay.
Okay. This show is a political comedy show.
All right.
Generally, right? So the news is kind of an important thing. So if I gave you a news story, could you spin it back to us in rhyme form?
I could try that.
Okay. So here's the news story. Joe Biden is doing the State of the Union.
Yeah.
And Marjorie was there in a MAGA hat. She's wearing a hat on the floor of Congress,
Yes.
which I think is banned by various rules. And she was filming him with her phone while she was heckling
Which
him.
is probably also banned.
Right.
Frowned
Yeah.
upon, let's just say.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so let's get a poem, and you can choose the format, pentameter, limerick, haiku, whatever you want,
Okay.
about MTG harassing Joe Biden while wearing a MAGA hat.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a so MTG harassing Joe Biden.
There once was a woman from Georgia.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
With a
You can think about that. You want to think about that for a minute and come back?
Yeah.
We'll give you-
yeah.
You want to write it out?
Give him a moment. Give him a moment.
Tell you what, here. Here's some
Okay.
pen and
Okay.
paper.
Okay.
Yeah,
We're real old school on here.
Go
In the
use some pen and
meantime, we
paper.
just want to, while he's composing the Nerd State of the Union,
Yes.
we just want to say that the state of the network is shaky at best, which has been true for several years. However, we have hope. we've initiated a bombing campaign against WPGC, and we're hoping for support from WKYS.
Right. But they've remained neutral, though.
They have remained neutral, but no longer. We're calling their ambassador.
Demanding they take a stand.
You come back to WBRB and answer for what you've said. No, but for real, people out there in the radio world, go help the good folks who lost their jobs at WAMU and go hire them, because these are some of the best reporters you've ever seen.
Absolutely. Put them to work. Put them to work for the people, for you. Put them to work for you.
You know, the chip chat bump is real.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Oh, it happens to everybody that comes on the show. They get super famous. It'll happen to you.
I was going to say, I was about to say, I've been on several times.
I think you were already more famous before you got on the show.
I did get to do a radio commercial, so that was
That's
cool.
true.
That was cool. Yeah.
Super Bowl, no less.
Yeah, I also had a heart attack, so yeah, you need to work on that. So
Pat had a heart attack and then did a Super Bowl commercial because he was on Chip Chat. Both those things are true.
Both of those things are connected.
Yeah,
believe it or
maybe.
not.
Maybe.
We need to talk. All this liquor?
Yeah, I don't know.
Who knows?
We're contributing to the delinquency. All right, have you composed the solution to this?
Yes, I have a couple.
Okay, let's see.
Biden giving a union address, and old cougar Karen is very pressed.
Oh!
Nice.
All right, we're glad you came. Thanks, Nerd. We'll see you later. No, all right. So, one of the things that that I've noticed is that I see that often you're performing, at venues with other poets.
Yes.
Okay.
And you're sort of going, from place to place, but it's often a lot of the same people.
Mm-hmm.
And I've wondered if you've ever thought of yourselves
Do you mean
as
black people?
No, specifically
Okay.
No. There's like 4 or 5 of the, let's say, the DC poetry superstars, for lack of a better word.
All right.
Who are often headlining a poetry event.
Okay.
And you're often together.
Yes.
Do you ever think of yourselves as a band?
Oh.
This is an interesting question because I've had this same
thought. Because you're a little on the inside of this conversation.
Yeah. I'm gonna hang back.
One of the members of this possible band may be connected to you
slightly,
in some way or another.
Slightly. I would say troop.
Troop.
So, yeah,
okay.
Yeah, I would say
Expand
more
on that.
So it's not like we're all specific to one certain thing. It's like we kind of interact and play off of each other.
So like you might say a traveling group of troubadours.
Yes.
But
a loose collective.
Yeah, well, there's collectives, but I'm almost thinking of it like a supergroup. In rock and roll and in hip hop, you often find these supergroups where you've got people who are individually successful.
Yes.
And together, they're like the Avengers.
I like that.
So are you the Poetry Avengers of DC?
Right. And which one are you?
Yeah. Which Avenger are you? And you can't be Scarlett Johansson because apparently she's taken.
Oh yeah.
To call me the Poetry Avenger of DC is crazy. Oh, I hope so many people do not listen to the show. But
we want to include them because the MCU continues to expand. The Poetry Avengers continues to expand.
It will swallow you up.
Exactly. I would say I'm more Iron Man.
You're Iron Man. Okay. Yeah. Are you? You're the sort of de facto second leader, semi-leader, sometimes leader.
Kind of. Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry. I'm going to jump in and say that Iron Man was the playboy.
Yeah.
Iron Man was the playboy, but he had a heart of gold, and eventually he died.
That's true.
To save everybody.
He made a sacrifice.
He sacrificed himself.
So who's Captain America in your group?
Who would be Captain America? Artist would definitely be Captain America.
I was going to say, that's gotta be, right? Artist is definitely like the leader of the whole
clean cut, like
does the thing,
has the most to say. He's gonna say, "Hey, let's all get in there and jump in and
books the gigs, does all the work,
assemble."
Yes. He's definitely
gotcha.
the one. I think that's fair. All right, this is is way inside baseball.
Really is. It really is.
Some of us care about the poetry scene. So we heard you had a big event coming up.
Or did it happen?
Or it did already happen.
It's the you're talking about the Artomatic.
Yes.
Yes. So Artomatic is a indoor festival in an office building that is coming back since the pandemic for its 25th anniversary.
Because I was going to say, I used to go to Artomatic stuff in Arlington back in like the 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Artomatic
So like
was so
it's
much
been
fun.
decades.
Yeah.
So you're headlining this, you're running this. What's the deal?
I have a section on one of their dates. It's going from March 8th, which is the opening tomorrow.
It's tomorrow, International Women's Day,
Yes.
and also my daughter's birthday.
All right, Pisces.
Sure.
It's like
More importantly, International Women's Day.
right. And I think it ends April 25th.
Well, that's a long time.
Yeah.
So you have to like stand there the whole time and
No, I-
keep reciting the same poem, or like an art installation.
Water breaks, you know?
Yeah.
Right. No. So my specific day is March 24th
Okay.
on a Sunday from 4:30 to 8:30
There you
on
go.
the 8th floor.
Okay, March
And
24th.
where can people get tickets and go see that and all that?
Well,
stuff?
it's a free event, so you don't have to worry about tickets. And it is 2100 M Street Northwest.
100 M Street. Yeah.
Yeah,
Artomatic is...
I wonder where that is. Have you heard of that place?
2100 M Street. Sounds like Georgetown. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it's around there somewhere.
I think it's like technically West End. I look at Google a lot, so whatever Google says.
If it's M Street, it's Georgetown.
Okay, gotcha.
Even if it's the part of M Street that's like where Lulu's is supposed to be.
Okay,
Right. Even if it's where the Exorcist steps are. No, it's
That's definitely Georgetown. What else?
you know about the
Georgetown?
Exorcist steps?
Yes, I do know about that. I haven't been yet, but
I need to take you there. Yeah.
Okay.
You know, when I was on the crew team, we had to run up and down those things for like training.
Oh shit.
oh
That
wow.
sucked.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. We would run from Thompson's up to the steps
And then go up
and
and
then
down.
run 100 steps.
Jesus.
So you have to run up
Christ.
and down 100 times. Well, you need, strong leg muscles to row.
Jesus Christ, that hurts me just.
Yeah,
thinking
it
about that.
hurts.
It
It hurts
thinking
me
about
remembering. Also, they're really narrow.
Yeah.
It's the down that's scary. The up is not so bad.
Doing like this.
It's the up. It's the down. Yeah. And those Gonzaga idiots are always over there. All right. So you were recently on TV,
Yes.
which we assume is the second largest audience that you've spoken to, after of course.
Right.
So what was that like? How was the TV experience?
It went really fast.
Yeah.
It went really fast, and it was so nerve-wracking for no one to be there.
Right. Well, your audience, you can't see your audience. You're used
Right.
to performing live in front of people.
Exactly.
And here you've got no feedback. There's nobody there.
Yeah. It's
So
just,
what was...
it was 3 cameras, and so nowadays they don't have anyone standing behind the camera. The camera is like automatically controlled by people in another room.
Yeah.
So you're just looking at these moving cameras, and you're trying to give like your all to this machinery because you know that this is going to be seen by your mama and auntie and cousins and stuff.
Did they give you a tape?
No, they didn't give me tape.
They give you a link.
They
Yeah,
give you a
like-
link. Nowadays, it's all about
Is that a
digital,
link?
right?
They don't. There's no tapes anymore.
Send you a link.
Yeah.
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 Can't mail a VHS back to.
Nah. Just email it to
Salt
your
Lake
grandma,
City or
your
whatever.
auntie, or
Yeah.
whatever.
And the funny thing was everything was efficient. So like the stage hands or whatever, you know what I'm saying? They'd be like, okay, come here, do this, yes. Okay, you guys got 5 minutes to get out of here because we have another thing to go.
That is how production goes.
Right. We
And-
got to get the next group in. And, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And this very stone face, it's like, oh, okay, all right, you guys got to get out of here.
Did it feel kind of cold, like they didn't care who you were, or like that they were there doing their job, or were they like, trying to respect what you did?
They put like a little bit of personality. It was in the morning, so
Right. Morning show vibes are really what's the word? Morning show vibes are very personable. You know what I mean?
It's supposed to be, right?
Yeah. So they know how to rush you out,
But still be friendly.
lovingly,
Still be
yes,
friendly, right.
yes,
Yes.
with a smile.
yeah.
So how was
Get
it?
the fuck
Did
out.
you feel good?
I felt good.
Did you get a lot of phone calls afterwards? People saying, "Hey, I saw you on TV."
Yes, I got a call from my dad who lives. Yeah, my dad who lives. All my family lives back in LA.
Sure.
Someone who he went to high school with, who lives out here,
Saw
called
you.
him. Yeah, and
Said, "Hey, I saw your kid on the TV."
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, it is. It
Look,
is.
I'm used to being on TV, so
right. So it's nothing to you. It's just like, yeah.
There's several of those times the judge told me not to. Anyway. All right, so are you ready to play Florida or not?
Yes, absolutely.
Florida or nah?
Yeah. Florida or not?
Florida or not?
Right.
Florida or not?
Hit it again, Brian.
Florida or not?
There you go. That's our friend Stan correcting us on our grammar.
Not.
Yes.
Florida or not?
Yeah. Shout out Substantial has new.
Oh, that's what that was.
Yeah.
That was Stan.
Actually, that was Damien.
Oh no, that was Damien making fun of us.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Okay, but the original of that is Substantial. Yeah.
Okay, I can imagine that. Yeah.
We were like, "You ready to play Florida or not?" And he's like, "Florida or not?" And we're like, "Yeah." Sure.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
Fucked it up, Stan.
Teacher man.
Thanks, Stan.
Yeah.
Florida or not?
There you go.
Yo, don't you hate educated rappers?
He's too smart. Also,
Right.
there's a new Bopaloy record out, so go check him out on Bandcamp and get the
Definitely
record.
do that.
Okay. So the way this works is we're going to read you a news story with the locational details removed.
Okay.
And you have to tell us whether this happened in Florida or not in Florida.
Okay.
Okay? Sounds simple. Not that simple.
I'm going to say nothing.
Yeah, you
All
already
right.
know the answers. Two male humpback whales were photographed having sex, with experts calling the encounter, quote, a scientific breakthrough for a species whose sexual behavior has largely remained a mystery. There are still things scientists don't know about humpback whales, especially when it comes to the species' sex life. It's an area that remains, quote, largely undescribed by scientists who have spent decades trying to study the social behaviors of humpback whales, according to a study published in the Journal of Marine Mammal Science.
That's creepy.
Yes. Well, there's people get off on all kinds of things. These photographs are not only the first report of sexual activity between two male humpback whales, but also the first time sexual activity of any kind among the species has been documented. This discovery challenges our preconceived notions about humpback whale behavior, says Stephanie Stack, whale researcher. Stephanie Stack, great name.
It is. That's a porn name.
Yeah.
Stephanie Stack.
Yeah,
Wow.
Stephanie Stack. Don't worry, though. She's a researcher with the Whale Foundation.
Nice.
While we have long recognized the complex social structures of these incredible creatures, witnessing the copulation of two male whales, love that, male whales, for the first time is a unique and remarkable event. The whales were captured in images on January 19th by a couple of photographers. The photos were surfaced in a February report. The photographers aboard a private boat encountered the two whales a little over a mile west of a specific location off of an island. All right, so there's all kinds of details about the whales and, like who was doing what to what and whatever, blah, blah, blah. All right, did this happen, obviously, off the coast of Florida or not off the coast of Florida?
I'm going to say or not because it feels like this was somewhere in like Antarctica,
Okay.
Alaska or something like
Well,
that.
we asked you to show your work, so expand.
You said island.
Sure, there's lots of islands off of Florida.
I mean,
Florida
but
Keys.
Keys, right?
it's more
Several
like
of
it's more like tropical. I feel like whales aren't in like tropical waters.
I don't know if I can hit, but
Go ahead, you can hit it. It is not in Florida, but it's not in tropical waters. It's off the coast of Hawaii, so, plenty of tropical. Gets a little worse.
Yeah.
The whale...
Oh yeah. Oh, please tell this part. This part was disturbing to me.
Okay.
All right, so the whale on the receiving end of this,
all right,
let's just say,
the bottom whale
was
The bottom
whale
The bottom whale
was clearly in a bit of medical distress.
Right. He had a condition that was going on.
He probably had lice. He was
lice.
Well, here's the
whales.
thing.
That's
I'm reading.
a big deal.
Right. I'm going to read it. Can I read it?
Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah. The whale with the skin, it had a skin condition that was displaying slow and low energy movements, which was likely caused by whale lice or emaciation.
Emaciation. Yeah. It was
The
hungry.
brown whale was making its best attempt to swim away from the other whale circling the boat in question.
He was using the boat to deflect,
defend himself, right?
Yeah.
As an attempt to block or seek refuge. The other whale caught up to it, engaging in copulation. How about assault? Can we say assault?
Yeah.
Whale assault,
Yeah.
man.
Yo,
Lord have mercy, I'm about to bust.
Yes.
Briefly below diving, briefly
too.
before
Whale
diving
too.
below the surface.
Come on, Patrick.
Whale copy. I'm not used to whale copulation. Is
I'm
that
not
okay?
used to whale copulation.
You don't work that into your
I
rhymes
know,
on a regular
I've
basis?
never worked whale copulation into anything.
That's
All right.
a challenge on your next open mic. Get somebody to rhyme
Whale
copulation.
Yeah. Humpback whales typically engage in copulation for reproduction purposes, migrating from polar waters to tropical waters to do so, right? But it is not necessarily uncommon for a species to engage in non-reproductive sexual behavior.
Sure.
Right. But same-sex behavior among whales is almost unheard of.
Just because the researchers haven't been looking
They ain't been
for it.
around. They ain't been checking for whale porn.
Right.
I get it.
Where's Whale DuPont Circle? Look, one of the things that the right wing is really sure of is that this is somehow deviant. But one of the things that the rest of us are pretty sure of is it's not.
Right. Natural.
So it's definitely happening all over the place.
Yeah.
And I dare a Republican to fight a humpback whale. I want to see that one. Their flippers weigh more than,
don't.
some of them. Not Ted Cruz. Ted Cruz 10 years ago, definitely. Pre-Cancun Ted Cruz. Definitely.
Pre-Cancun Ted Cruz.
Definitely
I'm gonna fit that
less than a
on.
flipper.
President's done.
Yeah, Joe Biden is done 1 hour into our show. So thank you for the respect, Mr. President. We appreciate that. Whale sex definitely
Slow
goes
clap.
along well with the State of the Union.
It really does. It really
Yeah.
does.
That's whale assault. Whale essay.
It is, yeah. I don't know how I feel about that. Are we moralizing when we put that on animals?
Yeah.
Is that okay, though?
Well, because animals don't know what morals are.
They don't
Yeah.
know.
They don't know, but it
Also,
doesn't
they're underwater. They had never even heard us explain morals.
There was no after school
They can't hear
special.
shit.
They can't read?
They can't
Yeah.
read.
No.
They can't hear us.
Yeah.
They're just living their lives.
Yeah, they're out there.
raping other whales.
He said the word. I was trying to say.
Yeah.
Whale rape.
Whale rape. Whale sodomy.
Yeah.
Actually. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Let's go. Let's
Next
keep
on
going.
HBO Max.
How about
Deviant.
Oz, Whale Edition.
Oh, Oz the Whale Edition.
It does sound. All right, let's
Woo!
plow right ahead into the rundown.
Plow right ahead.
Yes,
oh my
you
God.
heard
Plow
it.
it.
That's
oh
right.
my
I said
God.
that. There you
Yeah,
go.
that's another one.
All right, so the rundown. This is where I tell you about some stuff that's going on in the news. If we were professionals, it would sound a little something like this.
From Beltway Radio and beyond in Washington, D.C., I'm J. Scott Smith, and this is the part of the hour where I tell you some stuff that's going on in the news.
So when I tell you the Chip Chat bump is real, Jay's been on our show for years.
Okay.
He is now the lead anchor of the NBC affiliate in Lancaster, Pennsylvania.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Okay. Shout
So-
out to J. Scott. J. Scott.
J. Scott Smith.
J. J. Scott Smith, shout out.
Unfortunately, a Spartan.
Go blue.
Thank you. We have several disagreements about that, but otherwise fairly united. All right. So speaking of united, Kamala, who was busy tonight, couldn't be on the show.
Somewhat busy, just sitting there.
Somewhat busy.
Yeah.
Her job was to stand there and tell people when to clap, and to look over at the other guy and be like, "Why are you not clapping?"
Right.
Yes.
Right.
For children, you didn't want to clap at that? Yeah. So she was down in Selma, Alabama, this week earlier this week.
Okay.
She gave a speech at the Edmund Pettus Bridge.
Oh wow. Okay.
Important place.
Definitely.
I am currently using up my John Lewis stamps, I should say.
Ooh.
Shout out to the Postal Service.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can get John Lewis stamps.
You got one up on me. I haven't got them yet.
Yeah, the federal government beat that guy's head in, and now he's on a stamp.
That's all it takes.
Progress.
Sending bills.
That's it. Racism solved. So she was at the Edmund Pettus Bridge, and a really remarkable thing happened, which was that during her speech, she called out the Israeli government and said, "We need a ceasefire in Gaza now." This is not the part of the show where we have time to get into the great complex details of this, which we do on a roughly every other week basis to save my own sanity.
Okay.
But this is a good shift. It also coincides with a meeting with Benny Gantz, who came over from Israel to visit with the administration, and Benny ran against Netanyahu. He did win, actually, in the total number of votes, but could not assemble a coalition because they have a parliamentary system over there in Israel. And but he's a member of the war cabinet, and basically the U.S. government is shifting position.
Okay.
On this. And if we were able to tune into the State of the Union, we would have seen more of this. But, there's a problem that this unilateral support for the Israeli government is leading them to commit various atrocities that even a lot of American Jewish folks can't support.
Okay.
It's just not us.
Okay.
That's not what we signed up for, man. We're in for, there being in Israel.
Mm-hmm. Right.
But we're not in for Israel murdering 30,000 people in the span of 6 months.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
A little much.
Right. A little much. Just a little much.
Keep it down to single digit thousands.
Keep it that right. We need
We're
a cap.
okay
We
with
need a
that.
cap. We need a cap.
Yeah.
Need a cap on the murders. Can we put a cap on the
He
murders?
kills several thousand of them. It's cool. When it gets into the uncountable,
Right.
gets a little difficult.
Right. A little difficult to protect. Right.
But there's also some important stuff here is that Kamala, who people have criticized as not being, international enough, despite the fact that she has international parents, as being not really well-versed in foreign policy, is the one who's giving this message. And she delivered a message. It was pretty clear. Quote, "The people in Gaza are starving. The conditions are inhumane. And our common humanity compels us to act." Later, she said that Hamas claims it wants a ceasefire. There's a deal on the table. And as we have said, Hamas needs to agree to that deal.
Laid it out.
So that basically says that the Americans have browbeat the Israelis into an agreement, which, if you know about anything about Benjamin Netanyahu, he did not want to agree to. But there was probably some serious arm twisting involved.
Right. Yeah. We can agree he's a warmonger.
Oh yeah.
He's
He's been indicted several times, and the reason he's not in jail currently is because he's currently prime minister. So as long as he can keep the war going, he'll still be prime minister, and that's the whole thing. So they were very clear about that. And then tonight, Joey B was given a State of the Union, and he's talking about we're going to build a pier off of Gaza. And we're going to move ships from Cyprus that have been vetted and start bringing aid in that way because these airdrops are not cutting it, and the Israelis aren't playing ball with the land crossing. I got to say, this is a big shift. This isn't the segment of the show to talk about that. That's going to be next week probably when we get like more details and we can really flesh this out.
Okay.
But I just want everybody to know that we're on record. Tonight's kind of the night.
Yeah.
This is a change.
Yeah.
This is a change from unconditional support to, hey, y'all, we're with you, but you got to play by the rules. Yeah. And we're done with this. You have extra set of rules.
I got to say that, it's somewhat sad, though, that we've gotten this far. It took 25 to 30,000 lives to go
more than 30,000.
Shit, right. To say, oh, shit, this might be a genocide.
We might have gone a little too far.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It took that many lives to go, let's dial it back some. You know what I mean? That's the part that is...
it's distressing because it's really vastly more than that.
Right.
That's just what we know that's counted.
That we know of.
Yeah.
That we know of, right.
By the time everything's done with the rubble and all that stuff, it could be double that.
Who knows?
And that's not what I signed up for.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And when my people moved to help start that country back in the 50s, that's not what we meant when we did that.
Right.
When we left the homeland, Brooklyn, and moved to Israel. It's not the homeland because there's no Dodgers there. We didn't.
Right.
We didn't mean that. We meant we're gonna go over there and teach them to play baseball. It's not good, guys. All right. So don't do that.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Moving on. This one's called Maybe We Can Finally Get Some Voting Rights. Kirsten Sinema's hanging it up. They're in Arizona.
Okay. I mean, I didn't hate her.
Yeah, except that she kept filibustering voting rights.
Yeah, that part.
Yeah, and also Roe, and also all of the other things. So, she talked a good game, got into the Senate, and then, wore tutus while she did the thumbs down.
On a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Right. That's some Arizona shit, though.
Yeah, so fuck her and everybody who looks like her. Ruben Gallego is teed up to kick the shit out of election denier Carrie Lake.
Oh, I didn't know that she was an election denier.
Oh, huge.
Okay.
Also maybe passing. Which is a whole nother thing.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
I'm gonna look that up. Oh, let's look that up.
Google Carrie Lake.
I love shit like that. I love shit like that.
Interesting.
The
those, MAGA Republican.
Yeah.
Might be.
Those brown ones are interesting.
Just kind of on the. Well, they get real tan out there in the
Cafe
desert.
Olay.
Yeah, there you go.
Cafe Olay.
As they might say in Southern Maryland, Proctor.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to
you
the
don't
Proctors.
know about that, but
I'll talk to you about that later.
Okay, all right. We'll have a sidebar.
Shout out to the Proctors, yo.
All right, this one's called "Add Another to the Cuck Pile." All right, nerd. We're gonna put you on the spot. Define the word "cuck" in a modern context.
Oh, God damn it! You want to ask him?
Yeah. I'm sure he's caused several of these.
Let me cover my ears for this shit.
In a modern context.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Someone who's hating from outside the club but can't get in.
That's very
okay.
diplomatic.
That was extremely. I was expecting that. Yeah, thank you for that. Yo, I was not expecting that answer. Okay.
All right, so let's say you have a special person in your life.
Okay.
Okay. Let's say I publicly called that special person all the names. Bitches and motherfuckers.
All right.
Whores and all that stuff.
Yeah. Let's say specifically she's Asian and named Elaine Chow, and I called her a China wife. Let's just say, just hypothetically speaking.
Hypothetically.
Would you turn around and recommend me for a job?
Absolutely not.
No. How about you, Pat?
No, I'm coming. Actually, I'm going to come see you.
Yeah, if you're Cocaine Mitch, though, you're going to definitely sign that recommendation letter because Mitch McConnell has gone out and endorsed Donald Trump after he called his wife, Elaine Elaine Chao.
The fuck out of here.
Who was Donald Trump's transportation secretary. He called her Mitch's China wife.
Wow.
And he said that she was working for the Chinese government, despite the fact that her family escaped from China and established a shipping company in Taiwan, which is the opposite of China.
Fled for their lives.
About
He said fled for their lives, basically. Yeah.
That's like calling the Cuban community in Miami a bunch of Castro supporters. Like, they fled those guys, you know? Like,
oh, shit.
Yeah, but, you know, Mitch was like, you know, I'm not going to be leader of the Republicans anymore coming November. He resigned from that position.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Because there is a term limit on tortoises, but not on senators. And then he was like, you know who I should definitely support for president? That guy who called my wife all the names. And tried to overthrow the government that I'm a part of.
That's some shit.
Mitch McConnell said that the criminal justice system should deal with Trump. But his solution for that is to endorse.
I'll eat Mitch McConnell. Like corn on the cob.
You know what? Yo, Brian be coming out with it, yo.
Right.
Yo.
Right.
That's
Definitely
a setup. I want to be very clear about that. That was a real thing that happened on our air. Is that an elected official named Richard Ojeda told us, totally unprompted, that he would eat Mitch McConnell. That is a very real thing that happened, and I will send you the link.
I don't think.
I'm
Mitch
just
McConnell,
like, did he watch a lot of wrestling or something like that? Because
That
you know what I'm saying?
He's an Army paratrooper, sapper, engineer, combat engineer. And his contention was the only thing protecting Mitch McConnell from the mobs eating the rich was the system of American government, and he should be careful to dismantle it. Because if he does, Richard would, as Brian put it, way to help me out, Brian.
I'll eat Mitch McConnell.
The only other person who would say some shit like that is Mike Tyson.
That's
so
right.
Exactly. Right. He brought it back.
I'm bringing it all full circle. God damn it. Yeah.
All right. Breaking news. Breaking news.
Yeah, breaking news.
Right.
Two things. Caps winning a shutout.
That's the first time this year?
Yeah, a long time. And sadly, I've been informed the creator of the classic anime Dragon Ball, Akira Toriyama, passed away.
Yo.
Yes.
Yo.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Akira, huh?
Yep.
It's a great name.
It has to be.
Yeah,
Best
right.
movie in anime history.
Yeah.
I disagree, but we'll move on.
All right. Well, thank you for the breaking news, Brian the White Man.
Yeah, right?
Speaking of Brian the White Man, in Brian news, Tyler Boebert, the 18-year-old son of Congresswoman Lauren Boebert, Brian's favorite congresswoman.
She's kind of hot.
Yeah, was arrested Tuesday in Colorado related to a string of alleged property thefts and vehicle trespasses. He looks like a winner. And there she is with him, you know, only 18 years old. All right, look, she has a grandchild. Let's just be clear about that. She's 37 with grandchildren. Okay. And proud of it because
37 with grandchildren.
37 with the grandchild. Jeez. And, you know, because her mom, who raised her between Colorado and Florida, there was a story in the Post this week about it, that she moved back and forth between Florida and Colorado, where her mother kept shacking up with various abusive boyfriends and husbands or whatever. You know, it's not great. It's not great.
It sounds more like murky waters.
It does, you know, but it does really fit this profile of the welfare queen. She was on government cheese, and she needed support, and she looks just like what the Republicans say is who's getting government benefits and lazy and a drag on society. And wait a minute, hold on, Brian, put that picture back up there again. Here's the dangerous welfare. Oh shit, she's white.
Well, you know, and
And
he looks kind of Latino though.
Criminal son.
Yes.
You know, the Biden crime family.
Yeah. So there's so much
the
going on.
migrant crime that's coming into this country.
There's so much going on here, man. She says, I love my son Tyler, who has been going through some very difficult public challenges for a young man and the subject of attention that he didn't ask for.
But you asked for it.
Yeah, look, I get it. You know what I mean? Yo, it's hard to be a young
I'm a
father.
parent. You're a parent.
It's hard to be a young parent.
You have
I do
children?
not have.
No,
Okay,
no.
Shout out to the ladies
Yeah,
out there.
congratulations. Yo, hang on to that energy.
Yeah, please.
Keep
This is
pulling
our
out.
one night
Keep
out.
pulling out. All right. So, yo, pull out early. All right. Anyway.
Trojan does exist.
Word up.
Just letting people
Yeah,
know.
that's true as well. We don't feel the same. Yeah.
I'm undefeated.
Come on, Pat. Come on,
But in
Pat.
any case, like, look,
Go get a
I get it.
vasectomy.
I get
I'm going too hard.
I get it as a parent.
Yeah.
Like, you know, your impulse is to protect your children and support them and,
Yeah.
and like get them out of trouble. Cool.
Right.
I get it. It kind of makes it difficult for you to preach the opposite, though.
It really does. It really does. It really does. And he's going to have to
It'd be like if we caught our kids drinking. You're like, hey,
Don't do that.
hand me one of those. Like, we can't tell them no. That would be ridiculous.
No,
They'd
no.
be hypocritical.
It really would. You have
How
to
dare you?
bring yourself down to their level and understand. You know what I mean? He's a young father. You know, and it's hard to keep that. You know,
And
he's got
18 and a
mouths.
father already.
He's got mouths to feed. He's got to get in these streets and do
Right.
that work, son. You know what I'm saying? He's got to
Yeah.
work on.
Got to fight one of those Paul brothers. That I'd pay for.
Oh, yeah.
You want to watch a Paul versus a Boebert?
Oh, yeah.
Brian will watch that.
As long as Lauren is one of the ring
Ring girls?
Right, yeah.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
I'm here for that.
Brian's all for that. All
I'm here
right. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll come back with the third half of the show, which is going to be amazing.
Third
We've got-
half, yeah.
Yeah, that's a car talk joke. We've got science. We've got octopuses. We've got all kinds of
Is it
stuff.
octopi?
No, octopuses.
Oh, octopussy. There
Thank
we
you,
go,
sir.
Yes.
Thank you. We're here.
Where's James Bond?
We're here, Brian. Octopussies, always.
All right, you're listening to Chip Town on Beltway Radio and beyond.
I'm going to pee.
Octopus.
your leftist ass like corn on the cob. I'm ready. I will eat your ass. I will eat your leftist ass like corn on the cob. I'm ready. I will eat you. I will eat your ass. I'll barbecue your ass flat. I will cook your ass up so fast, and I'll tell them, "Oh, I killed a cow out back, baby." You think Christ would eat somebody? He would never do that. I will. I'm ready to hang them up, gut them, and skin them, and chop them up. You know what? I'm ready. I will eat your leftist ass like corn on the cob. I'm ready. I will eat your ass. I will eat your leftist ass like corn on the cob. I'm ready. I will eat you. I will eat your ass. I will eat your leftist ass like corn on the cob. I'm ready. I will eat your ass. I will eat your leftist ass like corn on the cob. I'm ready. I will eat you. I will eat your ass. And that's why I want the globalists to know. I will eat your ass first. I swear to God, it's the last thing.
All right, welcome back to Tim Jet here on Beltway Radio and Beyond. I'm your host, Tim. With me is Patrick, Mr. Black Picasso himself, and Nerd the Poet, who was horrified by the weird Alex Jones songs. So that's where we got the "I'm ready" for the supercut on the "I'll eat Mitch McConnell."
Yeah.
All right, so now we've come to the part of the show that's called Science.
All right.
With an exclamation point.
Science.
Yeah, science. Right. All right. If you're old enough, you get that joke. So here, I'm just going to read this. A company aiming to bring extinct animals back from the dead said it has taken an elephant-sized step towards genetically resurrecting the woolly mammoth, a wild if contentious goal to repopulate the Arctic tundra with a missing titan. Colossal Biosciences, that's the real name of the company. Just it seems like they're focused on shrews, I guess.
They're based in Dallas, though.
Yeah, must be, right. Announced Wednesday that it's produced a line of Asian elephant stem cells that can be coaxed to transform into other types of cells needed to reconstruct the extinct giant, or at least a mammoth-like elephant designed to thrive in the cold.
Okay.
Hold on. It's probably the most significant thing so far in the project, said George Church, a Harvard geneticist and Colossal co-founder. There are many steps in the future. Yet the technical challenges of birthing into the world a living, breathing mammoth remain. Well, colossal. And the project raises hairy ethical questions. Shout out to the Washington Post.
Who wrote this shit, yo?
Wonderful editorial staff. Who decides what comes back? Where will the reborn species go? And could the money be better spent elsewhere? And how hard will de-extinction be as a revival efforts on the animals themselves? So, basically, mammoths died out 4,000 years ago. Some carcasses froze with enough genetic material for people to use. And in fact, one researcher actually ate a little bit of mammoth meat.
No! Why? Yo?
Mammoth meat is crazy.
Mammoth meat.
I'm not saying I wouldn't eat it, though. I would definitely eat a little mammoth burger.
You have some mammoth meat?
Mammoth
I
meat.
would do it. Put a little cheddar on it.
Yeah.
Nice little
mammoth burger.
Yeah.
Fred Flintstone did it.
I mean,
right.
You know,
right? Yabba dabba do.
Mammoth, all right.
All kinds of creatures are delicious.
Yeah.
You know. So, all right. So we're like on the edge of you know, doing Jurassic Park, but with mammoths.
Yeah.
Which aren't people eating, and they're relatively manageable.
I like the mammoth character on Ice Age.
Okay. Also, you should know that like the gestational period of an elephant is 22 months. So you have a long time to undo your decision.
Okay.
If you realize something's gone wrong.
But you're not going to.
I mean, you could.
White folks aren't very well.
No. We'll be honest about that.
White folks aren't going to.
Do you want to cuddle a woolly mammoth or not? You know if there's one at a petting zoo, you're gonna pet.
Yeah, I'm going to try probably.
Yeah, I'm gonna pet the mammoth.
I'm going to reach, but I'm going to reach way and just do one of these.
Yeah,
and then keep it moving. I'm gonna. Yeah.
So, this is not gonna shock a lot of people, but I was raised at the zoo. Specifically, the National Zoo.
The National Zoo?
Yeah.
Okay.
My mom worked there as a volunteer in the elephant house, and I spent most of my childhood years at the National Zoo.
So you know their habits and what they act like and all that stuff, pretty much.
I went to zoo camp. I was a counselor at zoo camp. I lived in the elephant house with Shanti and Mbika, and when Nancy, the African elephant, they merged them together, and the whole thing. I could tell you a whole story. We don't have time for that.
Oh, shit.
All right.
It's a whole thing. Elephants are wicked strong.
Yes.
Like in the most New England sense of that word, wicked strong. They are really dangerously strong. They're also really smart. And they can speak to each other through the ground.
Wow.
They make these rumblings that let them communicate miles to each other through vibrations in the ground.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm not sure it's a great idea to introduce a creature that's smart and capable to, like,
right,
Alaska.
Right.
Or Canada.
Mm-hmm.
Let it loose in Russia. Try it out for a while. If it fucks up their stuff,
fine.
Whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
What's
Right.
worse that can happen?
But to do it in Cleveland.
Yeah, no, don't do it. Well, shit, no, not in Cleveland. But it doesn't get cold enough. But, like, if you let it loose in Alberta and it wanders over to where there's hockey, that's a problem. Nobody cares about Russian hockey. Ovechkin's already here. It's fine. Do you think it's a good idea? You want mammoths?
No.
No.
Oh.
Let it be?
I like to say something.
Yeah, Brian, let's go.
I don't know if these people ever go out to the movies, but honestly, we've seen this horror show before. If you've seen any Jurassic Park movie, you know it does not work well.
Right. Thank you, Brian. But here's the thing. I think that most scientists have not been to the movies.
Is that
I think that's how this is going to go down. Most scientists don't go to the movies, so they don't know where how Jurassic Park ends. They don't know how the AI situation ends, and we're going to end up there because these scientists, who are the actual ones who create these conditions, they don't know. They don't know because they've never.
Hold on, wait a minute. Climate change is a big problem. It is a big problem.
The Day After Tomorrow, all those movies.
All those things.
Yeah. Right.
So let's suppose.
They ain't seen them.
Let's just say the mammoths see the movies and they get a hold of AI and their, like, genetic memory kicks in and they're like, yo, there was a time when things were cooler, literally, and there was ice everywhere, and, like, it was manageable, right? Possibly, the mammoths plus AI could reverse climate change. They might figure it out really fast. And then, we'll be back to, like, chasing them off cliffs and eating mammoth burgers. Problem solved.
They must be stopped.
Florida will disappear. Everything's great.
Oh, man.
Feels pretty good to me.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
Am I wrong?
No, you're not. You're not, but shit.
I mean, it's bad for, like, whole chunks of the world. But that is a them problem.
That's their problem.
We're in the mid-Atlantic. We're going to be fine. Good thing you moved. La Brea is a real thing. All right, speaking of wild shit in nature, all right, you know about octopuses? To be perfectly clear, octopus is a Greek root word, so therefore the plural of it is octopuses.
I was about to say, I like octopuses.
Not octopi.
I like octopuses, but what are you talking about?
An octopus, is a cool creature, right? There's lots of kinds of octopuses, and they're really smart, and they can change color, and they're able to fit into tight spaces,
right?
And they can screw jars, and they can do all kinds of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Well, until recently.
Open doors and stuff.
Basically anything we can do. Well, we found out they can also apparently play quarterback for the New England Patriots. Turns out octopuses can throw shit.
No way.
Now you might be thinking to yourself, throwing shit underwater sounds nearly impossible.
Right.
Which it is. Unless, of course, you're an octopus. The octopus has this cool thing called a siphon or a siphon jet, depending on who you talk to, which is what they use to propel themselves through the water very quickly, where they basically draw in water from one side and blow it out these little ducts from the side, and it lets them move really fast. And you're like, all right, cool, it's a method of locomotion. Well, we humans have methods of locomotion, like our hands and our arms.
Yeah.
And we have learned how to use our hands and arms to do things like propel a ball into a goal, or, punch Jake Paul, if you're Mike Tyson. There's lots of things you can do with your hands and arms.
Yeah.
Well, the octopuses, much like the people, have figured out how to use their siphons for something else. Brian, do you have the video?
There's video of this
There's
shit?
a video. So for the first time ever, people have captured a video. Now pause this for a second. You see the one calling the fastball? He's got his arm out there. He's like, yo,
He's like,
right down the middle, right here.
Bring it in.
You see the pitcher? The pitcher's in the background to the left.
Right.
Now, he's about to deliver said fastball.
No way.
Take a look and watch what happens.
No way.
Pow!
What the fuck?
So that octopus collected up shells and all kinds of stuff to fling at other octopuses for various reasons.
Okay.
That part the scientists haven't figured out. But they know that they can throw things.
Okay, so he didn't catch it just to be safe.
Yeah, okay.
I was about to say, he didn't catch the shit.
Lousy catcher.
Lousy catcher.
But it was the signal.
He put out the signal.
That was an intentional walk. He was calling an intentional walk.
Gotcha. Okay, so they might have been playing the game.
That was it, right? Kept the runner on first. It's fine.
Wow.
We could use them on the Orioles.
How long did it take to get that footage?
I don't know.
Because it's gonna be, you had to have watched fucking.
The team looked at 24 hours of footage from several days and found 102 instances of debris throwing activity.
So
how much do you get paid for that?
Octopuses. So there's only 10 octopuses out there that they filmed, and all of them are chucking stuff 102 times. They're each chucking stuff 10 times.
Over 24 hours.
In a day.
There's a lot of footage out there of bullshit.
Maybe there's this big octopus dodgeball game going on that we're not even aware of.
That's a lot of bullshit footage. I just want to say that.
I should have been a marine biologist so I could watch an octopus scratch his ass and make fucking
I don't know if you know
250K and shit.
Scientists don't make any money.
Do they?
Oh no, I didn't know that.
No, they're on grants.
So they're like,
I don't know. Do poets make any money on grants?
No, we don't.
No. Actually, we do. We make money on grants, but you gotta beg for it.
Is it enough to live on?
No, you gotta beg for it. Shit,
right.
You gotta beg for it.
Now imagine you got to do it underwater while octopuses are chucking at you. But if you want money, I've got a solution for you.
I'm here for it.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
I'm just going to read this part.
Okay, all right, let's go.
In the recesses of the internet, where some of Donald Trump's most fervent supporters stoke conspiracies and plot his return to the White House, suspected con artists have been mining their disappointment over the last presidential election for gold. They've been peddling, quote, Trump bucks, which are emblazoned with photos of the former president and advertising them online as a kind of golden ticket that will help propel Trump's 2024 bid and make, quote, real patriots who support him rich when cashed in. John Amman told NBC News that he bought $2,200 worth of Trump bucks and other items over the past year, only to discover that they are worthless when he tried to cash them in at his local bank. Now, he's not the only one. There are hundreds, maybe thousands of these people who are out here buying Trump bucks, believing scams that these are real and and then they're going to Bank of America and trying to cash them in, and they're being told no.
Chip, let me tell you, man, I need to tell you, I need to say this.
I'm ready.
I am saddened and disappointed that I did not come up with that shit first. Dude, do you know how much?
Selling Chip Chat bucks right now.
Yo,
you give me $10, I promise to do something with it.
Yo, if I was aligned in the same position that Tim Scott or what his name was,
you actually have to be aligned. I think you can just lie about that.
Well, I mean,
they'll believe anything.
But the idea is that man, if somebody like me had just put out there that I am sympathetic to their cause, and then promoted some shit like that, do you know how much money I could make?
NBC News has found at least
a
dozen people like Iman who say they invested thousands of dollars after watching the pitches on Telegram and other websites that strongly suggest that Trump himself was endorsing the product. So, it doesn't even have to be you. These guys are out here basically using AI and really hackneyed fake stuff where they're saying, oh, Donald Trump says if you buy these Trump bucks when he exposes the real government, you'll be able to turn in every penny for $1 and make 100 times your investment or whatever. And these fucking people bought it.
That's
and not
crazy.
Just a few of them. Hundreds and hundreds, maybe thousands and thousands of people have invested thousands and thousands of dollars in this.
That's nuts.
Donald Trump has spent $50 million on his own criminal defenses in the last reporting year for the FEC, the Federal Election Commission, out of the PACs that we know about. Okay? And that's all donor money. It's not a penny of it his. He owes $500 million with a B dollars in fines to Tish James and the great people of the state of New York currently. And it's gonna go higher every minute he doesn't pay. It's like a Blockbuster fine. and he's raising it all, and these people are willingly contributing to it. And then their children show up and go, Grandma, we gotta pay for your medicine. And she goes, oh, I got these Trump bucks. And Grandma, those aren't real.
Right.
No, they're definitely
His picture
real.
is on them.
In this story, which is I only added one page of it. It's 10 pages long. The story.
Wow.
These people keep not believing that this is fake. They keep being brought by their children to banks to try to cash this stuff in, being met with the answer of, what the fuck are you talking about? Get out of my bank. And going, well, let's go to another bank. They're not getting it.
Right.
A couple of them feel like they've been swindled, but not by Trump, but by the people who
by the banks.
Yeah.
Right.
They go, oh, well, this guy, he didn't know that his name was being used on the...
Oh, my God.
Oh, I'm so sad. Listen, it is March of an election year.
Mm-hmm.
We are coming up. We've just had Super Tuesday primaries. We're coming up on congressional primaries for Virginia in June and several other states. We were lucky that a lot of the MAGA crowd Darwined themselves out of voting in 2022 because they died from not taking the COVID vaccine.
That's true.
And I would encourage all of the Trump supporters to continue not to get vaccinated.
Yeah, don't.
Because, that measles is all fake in Florida.
Oh, my God.
That's an incredible situation, by the way.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No,
Their
it
Surgeon
really
General
is.
in Florida is telling all the children to die.
It really is.
It's awful.
It really is.
I hope their parents, maybe, it's not the kids. But regardless, we are at the precipice. And there isn't enough time for these people to contract something awful and die short of it being, something really catastrophic. So I would just encourage them to buy these Trump bucks. You've heard it here several times. Patrick, famous Grammy-winning member of the Poemcees, endorsed buying Trump bucks. If you are somebody who is about to vote for Donald Trump or any Republican in any race,
Don't have him get away with that.
we definitely want you to contribute your money to these Trump bucks. as much as you have.
You just give it till it hurts.
Give
Give it till it hurts. Give it till it hurts.
He's fighting for you. Those classified documents in his bathroom were yours.
They're yours. They belong to you.
Yes.
They belong to you.
Give your money to these shadowy websites that evaporate the second you click on them.
Protect your Messiah.
Yes.
Protect your Messiah.
Give your money to this orange Cheeto-based life form that, as far as we can tell, is fueled by bile and KFC.
Man, God help us, man. God help us. Because, man, I don't understand how we're going to make it.
Everybody on this stage right now will be in the camps. So, as long as we all got each other.
We just support each other, hold each other up, right? Yeah.
Remember we did that radio show? Oh, that was amazing.
We'll be doing it from our tent.
Oh, okay.
I'll do the beat, you can do the rhymes,
all right.
All be fine.
Oh, my God. Oh, yeah.
Trump bucks.
We'll have the Trump bucks to keep us warm.
They had a whole bank. It was like the TRB. They had like a whole thing, man. They had these cards. They had checks. So people were writing checks to the grocery store, wondering why it didn't work.
Why can I buy grapes with these Trump bucks?
Yeah.
Grapes.
Make America grape again.
Right. Exactly. Bill worthy.
But only those white grapes. Not the purple ones.
Cut it. It's a wrap.
All right, you hear that music?
Woo!
Brian.
Woo!
We're going to end close to on time. All right, Brian's going to cue up the music. We do have an outro, though, that I wrote.
All right.
I get to read it.
Yeah. That's cool. We got some announcements to make, I'm sure.
Oh, we do?
Yeah. Slightly.
We'll do that after my terrible poem.
Okay.
All right. Thanks to Nerd the Poet for being a great guest. As a matter of fact, he may be the best.
Oh, bars.
It's his third time hosting for our buddy Patrick. Don't call it a comeback, so let's call it a hat trick.
Oh, look at this. My man is just dropping
Thanks to the news for providing all of the content for all of these jokes, but consider taking a week to go easy on some folks. Thanks to our radio partners, ABC, NBC, and the Washington Post, and thanks to Coplay Media, we need to thank them the most.
All right.
Look at that.
And thanks to our family here at Beltway and all the GOP cucks for making us sound as smooth as a handful of Trump bucks.
Oh.
All right, where can everybody get you, Nerd, on the social medias and follow you and get your shows and all that stuff?
So you can follow me on Instagram at Nerd the Poet, NERDTHEPOET. I'm also on Facebook, Dominic Nerd McDonald, and Twitter at Nerd the Poet.
There you go. Get the Instagram and you can get all the link tree and all that stuff.
Oh, that's
exactly.
Good shit.
All right, Pat, where can everybody find you?
I'm just gonna give you give you my personal shit this time.
Sure.
It's Black Picasso's Gallery on IG. Black Picasso's Gallery, no spaces. On IG. Boom.
There you go.
That's it.
Find everything from there.
Find everything from there.
All right. Find me and the show on the Twitter at ChipChatRR. You can find us on Facebook or Instagram at RipChipChat. You can, of course, find us every Thursday night here on Beltway Radio and beyond. Brian, where can they find you and do stuff? And you had a No Filter this week.
Yeah, I was on No Filter Sports. It's a long Instagram. But BTB Picks, the real wise one, is my personal one. So, but yeah, so that's it.
All right, follow at Beltway Radio on all of the platforms and all of that kind of stuff. I'm Chip. That's Pat. That's Nerd the Poet. You've been listening to Chip